welcome to the channel. Today we are going to recreate the synth tone on the Metronomy song Corrine from their 2011 album called the English Riviera. Right, so let's initialize our patch and start from scratch. Right now our patch sounds like this. First step, if you want to sound exactly like the album recording, you need to detune your oscillators down a touch. But if you are going to play this tune with your band, of course, leave it in standard tuning, as you probably wouldn't want everybody else to retune for one specific song. Or you do, maybe, I don't know. Anyways, I'm aiming for the closest possible outcome, so I'm going to pitch parameters and set the global tune to -27. We are going to use all the oscillators. While the first oscillator is going to be 4 foot, the second one is going to be 8 foot, and its level is going to be just a bit lower than Unity, I think. -3 point something, sounds about right. No pitch mod, no pulse width mod on either of them, and we are going to bass boost. Now, let's get the ADSR straight. On the VCA envelope, we want 0 attack, and we want it to decay to a null point, so 0 sustain. Around 80 something decay, I think. Yeah, this sounds about right. And we're going to need a bit of release for the later part of the tone, which we are going to cover shortly. I've set about a second of release. Our VCF frequency is going to be changing a lot, but for the start it needs to be around 1,000, I think, maybe just a little bit below 1,000. But it's going to be 2-pole filter, not 4. We do need some detune, so we're going to change our polyphony to unison 3. Let's change our envelope trigger from mono to re-trigger every time. Not that it's going to make any difference if you play the melody correctly, but just to be safe in a live situation. So let's detune it a bit. Yeah, around 100, I think. We are far from being complete, so next step is going to be dialing in our effects. The effects mode is going to be insert, not send. First, I want to compress this a little bit. Not a very hard compression, we just want to enhance the attack a bit. This sounds about right to me. Then we're going to add this stereo chorus we have here. Yeah, that one. It sounds like it's doing what it's supposed to do right out of the box. I can hear a very distinct gated reverb there. I can make an educated guess that the decay sounds like around 400 milliseconds. Hopefully it's not far off. We're going to lower the mix, I think. And fair bit of low cut on the reverb, because if you listen to the original, high-end part of the reverb is very prioritized, I think. Boost all the way up. and go full on the diffusion. Lastly, we need to add some distortion. It gets progressively more distorted over the course of the riff, melody, and we'll cover more about that when we get into the modulation matrix part. We're going to stop very low on the low drive, and we're going to add it back later with the with our modulation wheel. Yeah, this sounds about right, but a very important part here is to pick the right cabinet. If the synth you own doesn't have this kind of functionality, maybe you can try to add an EQ to achieve a similar kind of effect. Now we're going to dial in a lot of modulation on the mod matrix because the sound changes by a ton as the melody goes, and we cannot achieve the effect by, say, simply raising the filter cutoff. So let's go ahead. Of course, the filter cutoff does open up, so let's do that first. More, definitely more. Around here, I think, yes. As the filter opens up, also the note length gets longer, so we will achieve that with raising the sustain on our VCA envelope. Yeah, this sounds about right. We need to dial in our VCF ADSR now. First, remember to invert it and then give it a fair amount of attack. A little decay too. And zero release, yeah. It needs to get more and more distorted as we open up the tone, so another mod wheel assignment, this time to the low drive part of this multiband overdrive. It's clipping now, but it will stop doing that. Just bear with me. We need a solid low end on the beginning part, but we're going to apply a high pass filter as we open up to make it a bit thinner, and this is going to also deal with the clipping issue we have too. It needs to start kind of wobbling at the end, so we'll assign an LFO to our oscillators fine-tuning department. LFO settings are going to be triangle wave, 146 rate, and key sync is on. I want to make it appear faster and faster as the tone opens up, And a good way to achieve that is not to patch the mod wheel into LFO amount, but to have the highest value of delay time on the LFO first and have a negative value on the delay time on this matrix here. Let's play the melody properly now and see how it sounds like on its own. Here is a screenshot of the DeepMind editor if anyone wants to see that. Like the previous videos, I've also recreated the other elements of the song that goes subsequently with the melody here. And it sounds like... And we are going to make this MIDI channel trigger our synth, and this is the return channel from my synth. I've played this and I'm content with the performance. I've also engraved the mod wheel action here. Just drawn a line basically, apart from this part. There is one thing though, when I play this live, what I do is while opening up the mod wheel with my thumb, I also lower the volume knob just a bit at the end with my index finger like this to equalize the volume after the drive kicks in. Unlike the mod wheel, I cannot MIDI trigger the master volume on my synth. You may be able to do with what you have, so I'll do it manually while we record. So let's go ahead and do it. There you go. I think we pretty much nailed it. If you have this song in your set list with your band, you can definitely nail the sound on stage with a patch like this. Thank you very much everybody for tuning in today. I hope you found the video informative and useful. If you like this video, consider subscribing as I am uploading videos like this one every week. Hope to see you on the next one. Take care and bye bye.